Okay, let's go ahead and get the show started. So, obviously, the big news today is the Minneapolis shooting, and it is a horrible tragedy. It is really, really such a shame that I believe what is happening is that the youth of today is not being guided correctly. And therefore, it is confusing them. They're like, why have you allowed me to go down this path? Because now I'm just so confused and troubled. It's really quite a shame, you know. So apparently this individual, I've done a little bit of research. If anybody wants me to do more research on it, I will. But essentially, so like sources confirm here. Let's do this. Sources confirm. Oops, sorry, I'm typing with one hand. Confirm ID. Yeah, this is
a pistol, a rifle, a shotgun.
And a lot of people, I'm not saying this channel will or whatever. A lot of people are gonna blame like guns and shit like that. They're gonna go, oh God, like guns. Why are guns around? Like, why do guns exist? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Well, guess what? They do. A lot of people, a lot of idiots, okay, are going to be like, why do guns exist? That is a dumb ass thing to say. It doesn't make any sense. That's like saying, why do bills exist? Because they do, you idiot. Because they need to exist. You have to pay your bills. Go protest that. Protest something we will all love to be done with. Because I cannot grasp the concept that these people somehow do not seem to understand that you guys do realize that people who like break the law, who are going to do something with a legal item that's breaking the law, you do realize that they don't care, that they'll get a gun one way or another. You can make a gun out of a pipe and like a couple of fucking things in your house. Like, come on, what are we doing? And they don't look at the bigger picture and go, huh, you know, this guy's trans. That's kind of, and we've actually had quite a few trans individuals like start to do more and more of these types of things. And you gotta go, huh, maybe, because the shock that these children who have been trans groomed or whatever, because allegedly, this is all allegedly, nobody can sue me, I said allegedly. It's alleged that his mom, when he was a minor, took him to legally get his name changed so that he could identify more as a woman. Instead of Robert, he changed it to Robin. And so you gotta think that there's a little something bigger going on, because you hear about all these parents that are like, you're a woman, aren't you? You're a woman. Was there a guy present in the house? I would like to know. Let's find out. I bet you there wasn't, because I bet you his mom, here's my theory. His mom, huge woke Democrat. groomed this dude to be something that he shouldn't be doing. He shouldn't be. And shut up! And allowed him to go down this path, which would just take him into a world of complete fucking confusion where he doesn't know left from right or up from down, because it's like, well, man, now I'm a ugly ass woman.
And we've been waiting to find out information about that.
Then right now,
I've identified.
We are here. This shooting, Robin Westman.
Look at how ugly this. If this is a woman, bro. If you decided when you were a minor, and now you 23, and you decided when you were a minor that you were a woman, you're gonna have a hard life ahead of you. And so his mom probably wanted a girl. And so what did she do? She tried to turn him into a girl, tried to groom him to be some trans, democratic, feminist, even though he wasn't a girl. This is so stupid, bro. You know what? I don't care what anybody says. This dude, he was probably just gay. Be gay then, dude. Why do you got... And see, his mom, I'm telling you, man, I guarantee you, his he didn't have a dad around. He didn't have a strong male figure around. So the only person he could identify with was his mom. That was it. Nobody else. Never saw any other side. Like, didn't know what it was like to be a man. So obviously I guarantee you, 100%, this dude did not have a dad in the house. And then his mom probably talks all this shit about men. And then what does he want to do? Of course he doesn't want to be something that his mom hates. Allegedly. This is all allegedly. I don't know any of this. This is just like just thinking about how this shit happens. And then you have this dude being confused as hell when he gets older. And he eventually he needs to lash out. And it's just like, you know, and then what does he do? I think it, like in this case specifically, I mean, this is the first one we've done, but I mean, like, I kind of feel like the parents are a little to blame. I really do. I mean, at some point, we have to stop allowing parents to, like, groom their children to be trans and confuse the fuck out of them for the rest of their life. I guarantee you, this dude did not have a dad in the house. Because, well, the dad might have been trans. I don't know. Shit, who knows? It might have been two women. I don't know, right? But I guarantee you there wasn't a real man in the damn house that he could identify with, look up to, so that he's like, because if you lose that nuclear family, all of a sudden, it's like, well, who am I? You know, and these are things that we also don't talk about, right? It's like, who am I? And then you have the mom just talking mad shit just about men, just how worthless they are. What is it any coincidence that the only person that got killed was a man? What is it any coincidence? Because I heard that he had it was like, we think he was targeting at least one person. And guess who that was? The person that got killed, a man. We don't know the situation. So we can't really be definitive about any of this, to be honest. So everything is subject to change. But I mean, he might not have been trans. He might have been a straight dude. He might have been Mexican. I don't know. I literally have no idea. I'm just kind of going with what I've seen and what I've researched. But the mental health issues that the parents are putting upon their children, and this is like, the thing is about this whole trans thing, and like parents, especially parents who are super woke, democratic, and they're like, oh, don't you think you're a girl? You're a girl, right? You want some Barbies? And they're like, the kid's like, yeah, sure. I mean, like, yeah, yeah. You keep telling me that enough, I'm gonna think it, even though that's not really how I feel. It is a slow burn. What is going to be the result of this? Kind of like the COVID vaccine. It's not like tomorrow there's going to be 45,000 mental ill people running down the street shooting up places. It's going to be a slow burn. It's going to be like, wow, all of a sudden, because we already had a couple and now another. And then what is it going to be? Because as soon as they start to realize how fucked up their world is, and especially from what their parents did to them, it's going to start getting more and more and more and more. That's just the reality, right? It's a slow burn, but when it's going to burn, it's burning.
Still working information on that tip and found this area already taped off. Multiple.
My personal opinion, you can take it or not, is that this dude's parents failed him massively.
Agents on scene, the BCA.
Rather than being like, dude, you're not a girl. It doesn't matter what you identify as. You can identify as a billionaire. That don't mean you have $1 billion. You can identify as the most popular person on TikTok. Guess what? And nobody gives a shit. So you're not. That's the reality of the situation. We need to get out of this fake, like, I don't know what the hell all this is, but we need to bring everybody back into reality and say, stop acting like a dumbass.
Here, other law enforcement is here
because it's getting people killed.
Going for about the last 90 minutes.
It's not a big fucking game.
What 5 Eyewitness News has learned from multiple sources, the suspect here, 23-year-old Robin Westman. This was the last known address. I could tell you when we rolled here again.
Anyways, so yeah, I mean, this dude was obviously deranged.
Investigations.
Where's the other video I saw? Like, this was not an accident. This dude had some deep-seated hatred for, like, here we could see, bro. Look at this. Kill Donald Trump. Where is your God? For the children, the big one. Like, this guy, he lost his, he was lost. He was lost, and I blame his parents, or his mom, or whoever the hell was in charge. Any mom who goes through the effort to legally change her minor son's name to a female name is completely deranged. And they should not be having children, because you clearly have no idea what it actually means to be a parent, because your job as a parent is to keep kids from doing dumb ass things. And that's pretty dumb. Why don't you wait till they're 18? What is the fucking hurry? It's because you want to virtue signal. Yeah, look at my son. He's trans. It's not even for him. It's for you. It's for your own selfish purposes to virtue signal to the world how progressive you are. Well, guess what? Here we are looking at your your son's photo with magazines that have all kinds of crazy fucking shit written on them. Anyways, that's all I got for now. If you guys want more about this, let me know. All right, leave a comment, subscribe, and like. Bye. Peace.